Hi there, welcome to Mary Makes. I'm Mary and today I'm going to be showing you how to crochet a little tiny Santa hat. I made this Santa hat so that it would fit the pickle, and this pickle pattern is over here, so check it out if you want to crochet your own pickle. Before we get started, I just want to give a huge thank you to Sherry for supporting my work by buying me a coffee. It made me so happy to read about your family's pickle ornament Christmas tradition, and so I'm just really happy I can be a part of it by designing this hat for you to make pickle ornaments for your family. So this video is for you, Sherry. Also, speaking of Christmas, check out this cool sweatshirt my auntie got me for Christmas. Okay, let's get started. So to make this Santa hat, we're going to need red and white yarn. I'm using size 4 worsted weight yarn. I think these are both Red Heart with Loves. I'm using a 4mm G crochet hook. If you want to make your hat bigger or smaller, you can always buy thicker yarn and use a bigger crochet hook. You'll need a pair of scissors, a sewing needle, and you'll need a fork. We're using this fork to make the pom-pom. So let's get started. So before we get into it, let's talk through this pattern. This pattern is done by making this cone in red and then making the white brim, and then we're gonna fold the white brim over and single crochet it up. And then we add the pom-pom at the end. So when we're crocheting a cone, we want to start with a magic ring with 6 stitches, and then we're going to repeat that. And then each time we go larger as we build the cone shape, we're going to add 3 stitches. So rounds 1 and 2 are 6 stitches, then rounds 3 and 4, 9, and we continue adding 3 stitches each round to slowly make that shape. So this pickle, around the body of the pickle is 24 stitches. So we're going to make this hat to go for 27 stitches. That way it fits right around the crown of the pickle with some room. But I guess what I'm saying here is if you want to make this bigger, in addition to using bigger yarn and a larger crochet hook, you can also make this hat longer and keep going like 30, 33, 36 stitches following the same pattern. So yeah, now let's actually get started. All right, for round number 1, take your red yarn and make a magic ring. And for round number 1, we're gonna put 6 single crochet into the magic ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Close the magic ring. Going on, for round number 2, we're gonna put 1 single crochet in each stitch. So that first one's always a little tight, but I usually get my hook in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to poke the center out. There we go. For round number 3, we're going to do 1 single crochet followed by an increase, and we're going to do that 3 times for a total of 9 stitches. So here's 1 single crochet in the first stitch, followed by an increase, which is 2 single crochets into the next stitch. Do it again. And the third time, 1 and an increase. For round number 4, we're going to put 1 single crochet in each stitch for a total of 9 stitches. For round number 5, we're going to do 2 single crochet followed by an increase all the way around for a total of 15 stitches. So 1, 2, and increase. For round number 6, we're going to put 1 single crochet in each stitch for a total of 12 stitches. All right, for round number 7, we're going to put 3 single crochets and then an increase all the way around for a total of 15. So 1, 2, and 3 single crochet. Here's my increase. Do that 2 more times and you'll have 15 stitches. For round number 8, we're going to put 1 single crochet in each stitch. Okay, there's round number 8 completed. For round number 9, we're going to be increasing to 18 stitches. So you'll do 4 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 4, followed by an increase. And you'll do that 3 times for 18 stitches. Okay, for round number 10, we're going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around, 18 stitches. So you can see our cone shape is forming quite nicely. So for the next round, round number 11, we'll do 5 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and increase in the next stitch. Increase. Do that 3 times total for a total of 21 stitches in round 11. Oh no, pulled one of my loops. That was okay. For round number 12, we're going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch. All the way around, you should have 21 stitches. For round number 13, we're going to do 6 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, followed by an increase. Do this for a total of 3 times, and you'll have 24 stitches. All right, for round number 14, we'll do 1 single crochet in each stitch for a total of 24 stitches. Okay, for round number 15, we're going to do 7 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, increase. Do this 3 times total for a total of 27 stitches. Okay, for round number 16, we're going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch, and in our last stitch, we're going to change to white yarn. Okay, so here I am in the last stitch of round 16. I have put my hook into the loop stitch, drawn up a loop, and I'm going to finish the color change by grabbing my white yarn here. And I'm going to use my new color to pull it through. For round 17, now that we've changed colors, we're going to put 1 single crochet in each stitch, and we're going to do that in the back loops only. So normally when you crochet, you pick up both this loop and this loop. This time for this row, we're just going to go into the back loops like that. So when you do this, whoops, I got my other yarn there. So when you do this, you will see that we're making like a line here. We're going to come back and use these loops later on. And I'm actually going to pause after doing a couple white stitches so that I can tie my colors off. And I'll leave myself a tail. There we go. Color change complete. Just gonna tuck everything inside of the hat for now. We will put away our yarn ends more neatly later. I split the yarn. Okay, so now that round 17 is complete, we've got this nice line of front loops that we can work into later. We're going to work rounds 18 through 23, just one single crochet in each stitch. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. That's 6 rows. I'll meet you here at the end of round 23. Okay, so here we are at the end of round 23. We did 6 rows of just one single crochet in each stitch, and we also had our first row of white where we did one single crochet in the back loops of the red stitches. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows of white. Of course, if you do want to make your brim thicker, you can go and do more rows of white, but I like this thickness because if I roll it over, fold over the brim like that, it looks proportional to me. So now for our last round, round 24, we're going to be working into the front loop of this red stitch here and into the last row of white stitches we had. So your work will rotate a little bit, but what you want to do is you want to go into the first front loop here, and then you're also going to go into the next white stitch. Yarn over, drop a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and complete your single crochet. We're going to do that all the way around, crocheting into the red and into the white. So I'm kind of pinching my work like this so I can make it easier on myself to grab the front loop and then to also grab the stitch. Also, I'm sorry, my hands get sweaty when I record, so my hook is squeaky. But there we go. And then I just like this finish because then you can see these nice pretty V's on the top of your brim, and it makes it so that it pops up more. So let's do this all the way around. Go into the front loop and grab your stitch. Yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and here is the last one. There we go. Now, the last one's a little tricky to poke into. Okay, so now I'm going to leave myself a little bit of a tail. I'm going to fasten it off. So to fasten off, since this is like the brim, let's do an invisible join. So it's where we're going to take this loop here and we're going to make it look like a stitch. So what we'll do is we'll go around, sorry, not around. We're going to go into this stitch coming from this side. And then we'll go back down into the last stitch worked. So there you can see that looks like a V. I'm going to pull it so it's the same size as the other V's. There we go. And then to fasten it off, instead of doing a knot, what will work just fine is threading your yarn through a couple stitches one way and then going back the other way. I'm making sure to miss one of the loops so that it just goes over it. So that way it catches there. And then since there is a little cavity inside the brim, like there's space in here for me to get between like the white, I'm just gonna go in here, send my yarn out somewhere else, and I'm just gonna cut off the tail. So on the inside of the hat, let's go ahead and tuck in these yarn tails from our color change. For this, I'm also just going to go into the brim and cut it off. Since this is, since I tied a knot here, I'm not concerned about weaving it back and forth to make sure the yarn end doesn't come undone. Okay, there we go. So there's our hat, and actually this yarn end from our magic circle, you can just leave like a tiny bit of yarn, like yay much, and I'm just gonna cut that off. Okay, so we took care of our yarn ends. Now let's go ahead and make our pom-pom. All right, making pom-poms with a fork. So your pom-pom diameter is going to be the length of your fork. So if you wanted like a bigger pom-pom, you can grab like, I don't know, a serving fork. I'm just gonna use a regular eating dinner fork. And what you wanna do is take your white yarn and I'm just gonna hold it down here where I'm holding the handle, and I'm gonna use my thumb to anchor the yarn, and I'm just gonna wrap it around the fork. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, maybe I'll wrap it a bunch, I don't know. The more you wrap it, the more thick your pom-pom is going to be. I know sometimes folks say wrap it 50, 60 times. I'm not really counting, just wrap it until you feel like it's big enough. Okay, a little more. This is going to be a very thick pom-pom. Okay, so now that we've wrapped it, I'm going to use my pair of scissors and I'm just going to cut this off. We're just going to leave these two ends dangling. And what you want to do now is grab a length of yarn. It's not terribly long. And to secure your pom-pom, we're going to thread it through our yarn needle, send it through the center of the fork. Oop, my yarn needle's going in the long way. Oh, there we go. And what you're gonna do is just tie a knot around all of the yarn you have here. So tie it as tight as possible, but it's okay if it's not perfectly tight because we'll do this a second time. So So I'm gonna tie it there. Use my pinky. Get that knot tied. Okay, it's not the tightest I could have gotten it if I had a second pair of hands, but that's okay, because now I'm gonna go ahead and take my yarn ends from the knot, and I'm gonna do another knot on the other side. So let me send that through there, yep. And here's the other end. And I'm just gonna tie that tight here. Oh yeah. The second time you tie it, you can see like it gets, the knot is tighter. Okay, there we go. And if you really want, you can do a third knot, but I think I'm okay there. Actually, could I have gotten this tighter? Yeah, just tugging on my yarn ends, I think I could have gotten it tighter. That's okay. No, actually, I did pretty good. So now what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna slide your pom-pom off of the fork, and you're gonna take your scissors and just cut the loops. These scissors aren't terribly sharp, so I'm just cutting a few strands of yarn at a time. And then I'm just gonna send my scissors through the pom-pom to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, and do that on the other side as well. Okay, got everything. All right, and then if you just mess up your pom-pom a bit, it will fluff out. Here is where I'll keep the yarn ends that I tied the knots in, because those are the ones securing all this yarn together. But these two that were used to wrap the fork, I'm just gonna trim these off. And this is where you can really manicure your pom-pom. So my pom-pom looks a little crazy. I'll probably snip some here and just like tidy it up. Okay. And I don't know, I kind of like a crazy pom-pom look. Manicured pom-poms are like, they look like they were machine made, but this is handmade, so I want my pom-pom to be a little crazy. Okay, there we go. Oh, let's clean this up. So now all that's left to do is sew this pom-pom to your hat. Oop, I split my yarn. Oh no. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna stick it into the tip here and send that through the hat. And do the same with the other end, but I'm gonna go in a different hole because I'm just gonna tie a knot once I'm inside. So let's see, I went in that hole. Let's go in this one. Okay. Then once you're inside, you can go ahead and get your yarn tails. Oop, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna pull my pom-pom tight so it's secured to the hat. And I'm just gonna tie a dead knot. And I'm gonna cut off my yarn. All right, so there is a Santa hat with a pom-pom. Oh, now that it's attached, now I can really see there's some tidying up I could do. Okay, but other than that, I'm liking this. So, ta-da! Now you have a pom-pom Santa hat that fits your pickle. We're done. We did it. So here's the completed Santa pickle. Of course, right now, Santa's hat is removable from the pickle, but if you wanted to, you could sew it on to attach it permanently. And of course, if you want to make like an ornament string to hang it on the tree, you can take a yarn needle and just thread a piece of yarn or ribbon through and like shimmy the yarn so that the knot is on the inside. But anyways, we are done. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know this video is out of season. It's like February when I'm releasing this, and we've got 10 months until Christmas. So like and subscribe for more videos, and save this video for later, because you know you want to gift everybody Santa pickles at the end of the year. Bye!